Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host Chris, or CDB, and today we're going to do a shaving video with Central Texas Soaps. This one is a collaboration with West Coast Shaving, or a West Coast Shaving exclusive, I'm guessing. This is Mr. Pepper. Let me go ahead and show you the ingredients up there. And this scent is reminiscent of Dr. Pepper. Scent strength on this is pretty good right out of the tub. I'd call it about a 7 out of 10. The scent to me is cherry forward. I get quite a bit of cherry, but you do get the other elements that sort of smell like Dr. Pepper. To me, this would be more like a cherry Dr. Pepper because I get a lot of cherry. So if you like cherry, you'll probably like the soap. And if you like Dr. Pepper, you very well may like the soap. But I get a little more cherry than the traditional Dr. Pepper scent, but it's a really pleasant scent. Terrific price on this soap. It was $11.48 at West Coast Shaving. We'll show you our cost chart there. That comes to $2.29 an ounce, which is terrific. We love that, and it is in great standing on the IMCDB cost chart. Again, Mr. Pepper from Central Texas Soaps. We'll give that a run today. We're going to be using the Rex Envoy razor, which I absolutely love, all stainless, really terrific razor, at least it has been for me so far. We're going to use the crystal blades. They come in a box like this, and inside in a wrapper like this. There is no glue on these blades, which I really like, and when you get the blades out, that's what they look like. And we'll load it in our Rex Envoy. I saw Glenn Helly using this blade the other day. And I have not used this blade for a long time, so I pulled one out and we'll load it up as well. As you can see there, it's loaded up in the Envoy. I love this razor. Now, I did get a comment from a gent the other day who just bought this razor, and he said, I used that razor and it tore me up. And I was like, give yourself some time to rest. This is not a crazy aggressive razor, but it is stainless and it's heavy. So if you're not used to heavy razors or maybe stainless, you know, you do have to be careful with it. Let me grab my towel that I dropped because I might need it to wipe my hands off. Stay tuned. All right, so I had thrown my towel on the floor there inadvertently. We're using the Yaqi 24 millimeter barber pole brush, and I squeezed the water out of it. And we will load it upside down to minimize the amount of water that gets in the container here. If there is any excess water, it'll just sort of fall out. Gravity working for us. And that's just what I do. You don't have to do it, but for me, it's best to minimize the amount of water you introduce into a shaving soap container all the time, as far as I'm concerned. But there are other people who don't give a hoot about that. And if you're one of those people, that is entirely okay. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's your soap. Treat it the way you like. I have learned over the years that you want to make sure you dry your soaps out. And really, if you can minimize the amount of moisture you introduce to them, it's better. I mean, that's just common sense, I think. Let's see if we've got a good load. I think we've done pretty well. I might actually go for a pre-shave as well today. Why not? I mean, we're all cooped up for this Corona thing. We might as well make the shave as good as it can be. So let me grab my pre-shave cube. All right, and we grabbed our Razor Rock pre-shave cube, which we see here. We'll just rub a little of that on the face. And by the way, for those of you who don't know, Italian Barber has closed its doors for now due to a mandate, I'm guessing, by the Canadian government. So they are accepting orders, but they're not able to fulfill anything right now. Who knows how long that will last? Hopefully not long. So this Corona thing is really, affecting a lot of people. So please, wish the good folks at Italian Barber and their employees the best. I certainly do. We just used their products yesterday on the channel. And I've talked about Italy a lot because they've been really hard hit by this virus, but a viewer of mine mentioned yesterday essentially he was saying, what about Iran? Yeah, Iran, France, the whole world, really. There's loss of life all over. And this is a very, very serious thing. And so we say a prayer for everyone. Again, there are no borders in this hobby. And whether you're from Iran or Italy, Spain, Portugal, wherever, we don't care. We're wishing you the best regardless of where you're from. I have been mentioning Italy because they've been particularly hard hit. Look at the soap coming down. And also, Matteo is a viewer, and he's been sort of giving me updates on what's going on over there. So it's been, I know a little bit more, but places like Iran, Spain, France, I mean, this has hit a lot of people really, really hard. So please say a prayer. And on that note, I want to mention one of our own in our wet shaving community has been diagnosed with corona, and his name is David. He's from the DC Shaves. The DC Shaves. He is son of John 101 or John Shaves 101. I've talked about them on my channel. I think this is the first time that I've mentioned David's channel. David has a brand new channel, just started, I think, over the weekend. Again, he's John's son, and he told me last evening or yesterday that he's been diagnosed with corona, and he's pretty ill, but he's doing okay from what I understand right now. He said his wife is also starting to show some symptoms. So please, first of all, I'm going to link David's channel below. Go check him out. He's made 2 videos so far. He literally just got started. But I stopped by his channel, drop a comment on there, wish him well, and tell him that CDB or Chris sent you. I would really appreciate that. And I'm sure that your well wishes will lift his spirits. And John's from John Shaves 101. So those are the channels I'm mentioning today or focusing on. And he's the first person that I'm aware of in our community that has gotten a positive, that has tested positive for corona. And let's hope that, I think David is, I don't know how old David is, but I suspect I'm guessing, David, you're in your late 20s to mid 30s maybe at the moment. That's a wide range, I know. I'm sorry, but I don't know. So I'm guessing, late 20s, early 30s. We'll see how close I am, because I'm sure David will respond. Hopefully he's able to. I think he's been watching some videos, but John had just commented that he was, quite ill. So let's keep David in our thoughts and prayers, and also everyone else who's affected either, by this illness or financially affected because they cannot work. And of course, as we've been mentioning every day, and I know some people might be getting tired of this, but folks, this is a worldwide thing. This is a unique time in history. And I would be remiss if I wasn't thanking the medical professionals, once again, the truck drivers, the people working the grocery stores, the folks that a lot of people don't think about. They are out there busting their tails to make sure that we can be at home and work. And so please support these people by doing what you're told to do. Stay home, get what you need, do it quickly, and stay home. The less of us who are exposed to it, the better off it will be for everybody. And a lot of people's livelihoods are depending on the fact that we're doing what we're told so they can get back to work. So that's all I'll say about that, because I don't want to make this, Corona Central. But, I think all of us almost have to touch on it daily at this point, because we really all are in the same boat. I've been saying that just about every day. We're in this together, Here in the United States, we have the 3rd most cases now, and it's growing rapidly. And we have a pretty large population in the United States of 327 million people. So naturally our numbers are going to go up. And so just good prayers, thoughts, and good vibes to all of you, China, everywhere. So if I didn't mention your country, I apologize. I'm not excluding you. I wanted to make sure that people understand I'm not excluding you. Good vibes, good wishes, prayers are all around for everyone. Okay, how is the shave going? Very, very nice. I find this Rex Envoy to be right at that medium level aggression. It's fairly efficient, not overly so for me. And the crystal blade is doing pretty well. It's not as smooth as I remember, or at least it's not quite as smooth in this razor as some of the other blades that I've used in it from my perspective, but I do like crystal blades. These are often called, for what reason, I don't know. They're made in Israel, but they're called the Israeli personas for some reason. They always have been. I don't really know why, but they are. So we'll go with it. And I think Glenn I mentioned it, Glenn Helly, mentioned that during his video as well. The stallion, Anthony Esposito, was the first one that ever turned me on to these blades. These were I'm going to put some of this soap from the container on here. These were his favorite blades, as I understand it. I don't know if they still are, because he mostly uses straights, but you'll catch him doing a DE shave every now and then when he's pressed for time or something like that. So if you haven't seen, the Stallion has put out a couple of videos recently, so check him out if you please. He makes good videos. All right. So has the soap performed? Quite well. No problems whatsoever with slickness, cushion, glide. Very well priced. It is priced squarely in the value soap realm. And even though it is priced in the value soap realm, it's still performing quite nicely. I'm having no problems whatsoever. Lathers well. Scent is quite stout, I would say. This is one of the more fragrant soaps. You know, what I realize in doing those videos, I never give anything a 10. So it's almost like my chart stops at 7. So I may have to revisit this. This is a good 7 though. This is very noticeable. A lot of cherry. There's some other things going on, like maybe vanilla, juniper. There's a spicy something to it. And again, it is reminiscent, certainly, of Dr. Pepper, which is what it's intended to smell like. And it does, but it's not. If you pour a glass of Dr. Pepper, don't expect that this is going to be a dead ringer for that. It is similar, inspired by. But it's a nice scent. If you like cherry, I think you'll like it. And the price is right. And as you can see, no problems at all lathering. So it's been good for me. I have been enjoying it. The first Central Texas soap that I used was the Hill Country Dew or something. Terrific. That one was just, the scent was fantastic. And this one is really nice as well. I don't like the scent on this one as much, but I love the Hill Country Dew or whatever it's called, because that one is just like a citrus slap across the face, which I really like. But this one is quite good. I do like the scent of this one, so I don't want anyone to think I don't like the scent. I was just saying, compared to the Hills Country, whatever the name of that soap is, you know what the name is, or look it up. Go to West Coast Shaving and check it out. The folks at West Coast Shaving have, I saw Ken Surfs made a video yesterday for West Coast Shaving, and they've closed their storefront. And so I'm sure they would appreciate your support right now, because they're not able to do, I don't know how much traffic these storefronts get, to be honest. I mean, I have no idea of knowing, but I know that they did have to close their storefront. So I'm sure if you make an order, they will certainly appreciate it. And I've always, the last 3, since Aviv took control of West Coast Shaving, and I don't know how long it's been now, 3, 4 years, maybe longer. But since I've known of him, West Coast Shaving, I've really enjoyed dealing with the staff there. And they have really upped their game in terms of collaborating and doing more, you know, just their array of products is vastly improved in the last 3 or 4 years. So if you haven't checked them out recently, you know, I would go do so. Okay, let me get a rinse. We'll come back and get to the post. Stay tuned. And all right, we are back with the magic made by Witches Thayers. And looks like we had ourselves a really nice shave. No weepers, creepers, cuts, irritation, bubbles, troubles. No sorrows, no nothing. Just good shaving, and that is what we like to get here every day. I still got a frog and a cough and all that. It's been going on 3 weeks now. So today we used the Central Texas soaps, Mr. Pepper. If you like Dr. Pepper or Cherry, check it out. The price is right. It doesn't have your Super Blue Emu, goat's milk, unicorn milk, exotic ingredients like some other soaps, but it works perfectly fine for me. It's very, very well priced, and it is worth a shot. They have some great scents. The Hills Country Dew, I really liked a lot. Our Yaqi 24 millimeter barber pole. It's not my favorite brush. It's a little small, actually, the knot. I don't think it's great, but it does the job, so no problem with that today. We used the Rex Envoy, which is a fantastic razor. The crystal blade on this wasn't the smoothest blade, so I think I'll avoid crystal in this razor in the future because it wasn't as smooth today as it normally is, and it's just because I'm using a different blade. We're going to finish off with Folsom and Company Black Powder. They made some terrific aftershaves when they were in business. I don't know. They may have came back for a while and made some things, but it's been a long time since I've heard anything about Folsom and Company. But when they were around, man, they really had some really nice smelling aftershaves, and this was one of them, Black Powder. Really terrific. In fact, I'm going to go for another round because why not? I want to thank everybody. Thanks so much for watching. Please, everyone, stay safe. Do what you can to protect yourself, your family, friends, and actually to protect us all. It's up to all of us to protect each other. We're all in this together. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, I want you to remember it's your shave, do it your way, and of course, God bless you.